Our focus is on deforestation and logging. This is a worldwide epidemic that carries both social and political weight just below the surface, as well as it threatens biodiversity.
Deforestation is a prevalent issue because as easy as it is to advocate to stop it, huge economic enterprises rely on logging and clear cutting. The Amazon forest is cleared for the opening of land for agriculture. In the Congo, trees are cut down for the sole purpose of fuel and extracting of natural resources. And in Indonesia because they lead the palm oil and paper industry.
Furthermore, the point could be made that restrictions should be set in the industrial superpower countries where the consumption of products from deforestation is unmatched.
However, data shows that deforestation in the U.S. is relatively low. So then how are countries like the U.S. there to blame? It is because the world's superpowers operate with an imperialistic and economic mindset.
Resource extraction products and trade for the resources that come from these forests. So in a way, countries like the USA still play a heavy hand in deforestation and are constantly adding fuel to the fire.
Arguably, worst of all, the loss of biodiversity is also the loss of our defense against global warming.
Consequences to this practice are very alarming. The damaged ecosystem that remains after this practice are susceptible to both flooding and land erosion. This makes it extremely difficult for it to restore itself naturally on its own.
There is no one simple solution to deforestation. However, we believe that these solutions will be the most effective and efficient at helping deforestation.
First, there is land use planning, which is the process of regulating the use of land for a more desirable outcome ecologically. It essentially analyzes the demand and balances the extraction of future resources while keeping preservation at the forefront in order to compensate for future growth.
The only difficulty will be finding someone to manage this solution, because any given person will see the balance between extraction and conservation in a different way.
Next, there is the use of green business. This is an economic mindset where an enterprise makes minimal negative impacts on the environment and or a positive one.
Now this is something that a lot of enterprises claim they actually do, but when really they don't. This lie is called greenwashing, and people should be observant for it.
Now, on the other hand, there are a few businesses that are green and practice this mindset. However, there needs to be more businesses that do that in order for it to be effective. A huge example of this is IKEA. The Swedish furniture chain has sourced 50% of its wood from sustainable foresters and 100% of its cotton from reliable cotton farms that meet the better cotton standards. IKEA has made a huge commitment to sustainability by powering its stores with over 700,000 solar panels, and its goal is to be run by only renewables by 2020.
Lastly is community forestry. This is permission for a local community to be in charge of permanently protecting a local or nearby ecosystem. In return, whatever few resources can be extracted, they have access to.
Community forestries have access to permanent protection of the land and the values and benefits from the land. Community forestries have access to the forest resources and participate in management decisions.
These benefits are the motivation that any community would take to protect their environment.
North Carolina's Hope Community Forest is the first community-owned and managed forest in the southeastern United States.
The Hope County was having economic difficulties, so they launched this conservation fund in order to address their economic and conservation goals. The conservation fund helped raise money to design a sustainable forest management plan.
Together, these solutions should work efficiently to reduce deforestation and compensate for the economic loss that comes along with it.
With the support of communities, business, and government, we can restore what has been lost due to deforestation.